our copaiba sorcerers. These trees have been in his family for hundreds of years.
Mas eu me orgulho disso, de todo dia eu manter minha família. Para mim é muito importante, que não falta para eles.
This is Dr. Hill. He's already went through and cut down our path and cleared it all out.
Oh my goodness.
So
We are so grateful. Thank you so much. Their main collection season is between January and June when the water is high. So now we're going to go up and see the copaiba trees firsthand and see how they collect the resin.
They don't branch out for quite a while. They're growing straight up through the forest.
How tall do they
Tão
get?
grandes são.
E ela chega a dar aí seus 30 metros de altura.
30 to 40 years. He's looking up at the tree and he's looking for the first main branch that's breaking off, and he's following that line down the trunk of the tree here, and that has a vein that he's gonna try and tap into.
A lot of therapeutic properties that only come from this tree, just as nature created it.
We're going to take whatever the tree gives us, and that's what we're turning into the oil.
Here about an hour and a half as he's drilled through the tree to collect just this much oil. It's about 50% yields will get about half as much oil. And then he'll come back to this tree 6 months later and he'll be able to get about a liter worth of resin from this tree. This doesn't work without people like Josemar, who love these trees, who've been trained up by his father and now is training his sons and has done this for 30 years. We're very, very grateful to have partners that we can trust.
I love the sense of pride that he carries with him.
It's pretty amazing.
Mas eu me orgulho disso, de todo dia eu manter minha família, né, sem ter assim estudo. Eu me sinto alegre por isso, feliz. Porque todo dia eu vejo meu filho tem o alimento, seu café, seu almoço, sua janta. Então para isso para mim é muito importante, que não falta para eles.
So I wanted to share that video. It's one of my favorites. I love that he says he's able to make sure that his family can eat and be taken care of. And as I shared with you a few minutes ago, that's one of the things that I love about when I take a bottle or I grab my rollerball. I'm taking care of me and my family, but I'm also taking care of someone else and their family that I may never meet. But he's kept those trees growing for hundreds of years, him and his family, so that me and my family can be well. And copaiba is one of the oils that I used when I was recovering after surgery last year. You guys know I had surgery last year. Copaiba is amazing for helping to manage pain. And it also helps us, you know, each one of these oils carry an emotional component as well. So it's not just the topical, it's not just the smells. We also can use them internally. Some of them, they have supplement labels like copaiba. So that was one that I was able to use in place of, you know, a heavy narcotic or something for pain that's going to have a whole lot of side effects. So it was pretty exciting. Sorry, y'all. Now I know where the feedback's coming from. It's me. So I've got a sister on the line. We've been family for almost 10 years now. And she is also my leader in this business. And so she is one of the most amazing women you'll ever meet. And I'm going to stop talking because she doesn't have a whole lot of time, because she's also the mama to 3 amazing girls, my 3 nieces. And they've got busy schedules now. It's not like when they were little. They have things to do. But Hope Clark is here with us today. And Hope, I'm going to pin this so that you can greet the women and say hello. We've got folks joining by phone. We've got folks on camera with us. It's a nice mix. We've got quite a few oil curious in the room, as well as oil heads. So I'm going to let you talk to them about what's happening in our team, because it's really exciting, and whatever you want to share on your heart about what doTERRA has done for you and how it has impacted your life and your family.
Thank you so much. Well, hi, everybody. My name is Hope Clark, and hi, Hope Harris. What is another Hope? That's so fantastic.
Yes, whenever I'm texting, I have to make sure who I'm texting, because you've been the only Hope in my life for a long time. And I have to always look and go, oh, wait. No, that's a Hope. That's a Hope Harris. I have to make sure.
I so wish that I could be on longer and like hear all your personal stories and just hear more about all of you. But yeah, I've known Terry for years and years now, and I would imagine if you all are friends, then you're probably my friends too. My husband and I have been married 20 some years, and we've got 3 great school-age high school girls. And when I was first introduced to oils, we've traveled the world. We've taken teams across overseas to do service trips. Did that for 10 years. We're in church ministry for 20 plus years. Done lots of service, lots of humanitarian trips, or like community outreach service projects, things like that. So always in the community and doing things a lot. I grew up on a farm, and so natural health was sort of part of how I thought. My husband grew up in the inner city, and so he wasn't so on board with that, but trusted me. And so my herbal remedies were like garlic and olive oil and eating cleaner and soups when you're sick and lots of water, hydration. And we just didn't go to the doctor much unless it was like really trouble, like we're really in trouble. Otherwise, we would sleep it out, water it out, rest it out. But when kids came, and suddenly it was like this bombardment of ear infections, stomach infections, pink eye, lice, eczema, diaper rash, like it all seemed to happen, and there was so much of it going on. I ended up going back to the doctor, and one of my daughters, who was 2 years old, had a respiratory infection it went on 5 months. So we were going back to the doctor. He would give us the same prescription for albuterol and some other steroid, and then we'd use that up, and 3 weeks later we'd go back to get a refill, and but it never got better. And so I kept asking, like, is it supposed to change? I thought the whole point was she's supposed to get better. 5 months later, I was telling a friend at church, Veronica, we're all friends, Terry and I, and she was like, girl, the steroids are tanking her gut flora, killing her immune system, and you need to get her on oils. Oils will help her body immediately like recharge, rehabilitate, and get back on board. So she brought over 2 blends. She brought over this blend called Breathe. It's a bottle like this with a blue label. It says Breathe. It's the respiratory blend. And she brought over a bottle that had an orange label. It said On Guard, and that's the immune support blend. And Terry, I don't know if you can Google counter and pulled out 2 and was like, breathing that in. And then we rubbed it all over her chest like you would Vicks Vapor Rub. But Vicks Vapor Rub is a synthetic compound and the oils in it are really cheap. This, when she opened this bottle, what is that? Whoa. We rubbed that breathe all over her chest, her bottoms of her feet, and then the On Guard went on the bottoms of her feet too. And we did it probably 2 or 3 times that evening before she went to bed. The next morning, my 2-year-old woke up, and first of all, because I hadn't given her a Buterol, her eyes were clear. She wasn't all crazy and wild-eyed from a Buterol. Her eyes were clear, and she was giggling and laughing and running with her sisters and not wheezing. So I could hear congestion had broken up in her chest. And then all this snot was coming out of her sinuses and pouring down her mouth and over her chin. And she's just like running from me in the house, like giggling, running, laughing, clear-eyed with snot coming out of her face. And I mean, it was messy, but it was so much relief for me because 5 months of albuterol treatments and her crying through them and no change. And one night of 2 oils that I didn't know existed 24 hours before. It was, I mean, I was like, what is this world? And I want to live in it forever. How do I learn more? And that's where she just said, go on doTERRA.com, learn about the company. It's 7 healthcare professionals who've come together 14 years ago to create the purest plant-based medicine company that exists. Now, I deep dived. I was like, who is this company? What do they do? Are they legal? Is it voodoo? I was all the questions, all the concerns, all the skeptical mom questions. It was, no, this company is founded by 7 healthcare professionals 14 years ago. There's now 9 million families globally that use doTERRA oils as their in-home wellness cabinet for all their health needs. 9 million plus. The oils are sourced in over 50 countries. And that the real thing that made them different from any other company was, the first thing is they wanted to go and work directly with the farmers around the globe that have been harvesting and working the land for generations. So instead of using a middleman or a vendor like all the other companies do, doTERRA works directly with farmers. So like in Haiti, we have employed, since doing vetiver, since sourcing vetiver in Haiti, vetiver is a very good oil for sleep, deep sleep. We employ over 6,000 farmers in Haiti that directly source vetiver. And doTERRA's whole policy with them is to pay fair and on-time payments. And most of the time, that's 2 to 3 times what people have been used to being paid. So the basis of the company was, we want to work directly with farmers around the world, especially in areas that really need economic support. And the second part is, we want to be in the medical community. So we want to be so pure, so full of integrity that the medical community says, now we have something to work with. And so at the 10-year mark, doTERRA hit that. And they source the oils globally. They test them 11 different ways. They verify that with third-party laboratories. And then those test results are put online so the whole world can see the test results. No other essential oil company has ever done that, because diluting and synthesizing and faking is rampant throughout the industry. So nobody would ever show what's in their bottle. doTERRA is like, this is what's in the bottle on the website. And so the medical community took note of that, started doing tests. So now Johns Hopkins University will only work with doing studies on doTERRA's oils, because the test results are transparent. And then you've got St. Elizabeth's University Hospital in Kentucky now has the doTERRA Oncology Center, where they're integrating essential oils with cancer care for the patients. And so they're using oils in surgery. They're using aromatherapy in the rooms. They're using aromatherapy with the nurses and the patient staff. They're integrating into the care of each patient. So in this 14-year history of this company, like, that really impressed me as a mom. Like, immediately when I saw, wow, there's millions of families using this, and the way that they source it, I feel is very sustainable, and it's conscious oriented about what the needs are around the planet. And then the fact that they've done it the right way with the testing, like that for me was like, I'm in. This is the medicine cabinet I want my children to grow up with. This is how I want to run my home. My husband has lower back issues, shoulder pain. I would have shoulder pain. I have digestive issues. My middle daughter would have digestive issues. I don't want to suffer through that. If there's an oil that works for those, that helps my body rehabilitate, that's what I want to use. So we've been now using oils now for 8 years, and this is how we run our home. We get up in the morning and we take oils preventatively. We brush our teeth with On Guard toothpaste and the mouthwash. We use doTERRA's lotions, the deodorants. We use their shampoo and conditioner. We use their products to clean our house so it smells fresh and clean. We try and remove all the toxic stuff out of our home and just use these pure, high vibrational, clean oils for as much as we can. And the shift in our mental health and emotional health and physical health has been incredible to witness. I'm never going back. So, and then it just became something I shared with people. And now it's, over the years, it's become this financial blessing for our family because doTERRA pays those who like to share. doTERRA pays them very well. So our family benefits financially now in an incredible way. That the first time I was able to pay for extra school curricular activities for my kids and summer camp, like all just covered by doTERRA, and my monthly order covered. And then I was able to cover our rent. And then all for keeping my family well. It's like, thank you, doTERRA. All right, Terry, I've talked enough.
But I love what you said. Anybody have questions for Hope? She's only got a few minutes.
Yeah, I talked forever.
That's okay. We love it. Just jump in. You don't have to. This is an open conversation.
I do want to ask about. I know I heard you say the high vibrational, and I know I hear people saying that a lot lately. What exactly is that? What is that?
So there's
great question.
Frequency. There's a measurement of frequency, megahertz, that the universe, that molecules are measured by. It kind of goes back to high school science. Like molecules vibrate at a certain frequency, and the faster the frequency, the higher in vibration. The lower the frequency, the lower in vibration. And so everything, every table, every chair, every plant, every lamp, our bodies, every individual organ in our body collectively vibrates at a certain frequency. The human body vibrates at about a frequency of 56 megahertz on average, a healthy human body. When disease sets in, the body lowers in vibration. 45, 50 megahertz, you've probably got a cold, you've got the flu, you're sick in bed. 35 degrees, 35 megahertz, you've got chronic illness. 25 to 0 is death. And so canned foods measure 0 in megahertz. Fresh herbs and vegetables, fresh herbs measure 12 to 15 megahertz. Fresh vegetables, 8 to 10 megahertz. Coffee, 0 megahertz. So it's like, we need to start thinking about the universe in terms of what frequency matters, and higher vibrational things help our body stay in optimal vibration. So essential oils range in frequency from 65 to 320 megahertz. So every time you apply them, it is a vibrational anointing. This is why, I don't know if any of you ladies have read any of the scriptures, but in the ancient scriptures in the Old Testament, Aaron's head covered in oil down to his beard, like they would anoint. You would be anointed before you were allowed to enter into the temple. It was a vibrational, a frequency raising of like optimal living, optimal life. We think clearer, we feel better when things are operating at a higher frequency. We have more aha moments, more realizations, more ability to multitask. So certain things have a higher frequency. Diamonds and gold are some of the highest frequency metals that exist on Earth. The lower frequency metals are iron, copper. So we kind of intuitively know over the course of history that things with higher frequency have more value.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That was the perfect question for Hope Clark, because she knows all those numbers. I
Studied
have
a
to
lot
Google
about
them.
that.
She knows lots about that. It's true.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Mommy, you gotta unmute.
Vita, unmute. Hang on.
I said when it comes to the science, I go to Hope. And I'm going to tell you something else too. Hope is scientific, but Hope also is spiritual with the Lord too. And she even knows both values on both sides.
Yep.
And I found it to
Absolutely.
be so great both ways. They're mingled together without realizing it. But I thank you, because that was one of the things I always used to love to be around you, Hopi, because you were always teaching me something.
Well, I guess I just think it's got to be somewhere proven in natural history and science. Like if this is what the Bible said, and if that is true, then it's going to show up in nature and in science.
Yes.
Where is it showing up? And so I like learning. I like learning information.
Hi, tell her hi. Is that my little one?
Mariah.
Momo?
I don't think, wait a minute. I don't think we're allowed to call her that anymore. She's Mariah.
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 Hey, Sunshine, congratulations.
Mariah.
Congratulations. I saw you got a beautiful award the other day.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my goodness.
Very proud of you.
So cool.
Oh my Lord. You're not supposed to be getting any bigger. Stop it, Mariah.
All right.
Yes, there you go.
I've got to jump out and
I know. God bless you.
Leah from
Thank
her
you.
rehearsal. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy you all are exploring oils. It's changed my life. It's changed our lives.
Do you have 30 seconds to tell them about Diamond Club?
Yes. So Diamond Club is a special promotion that doTERRA allows some of the leaders to participate in it, and I qualified to participate in it. So that means that my whole team gets to participate. So like Terry and Vita get to participate. So how it works is anyone who comes in as a new member to doTERRA, that means becoming a member is like getting a membership at BJ's or Costco. You pay a fee to be a wholesale member so you can order products at wholesale cost directly from doTERRA. So you're not getting it off Amazon, which people are lying, people are putting shady stuff on Amazon that's not from doTERRA's lab, doTERRA's warehouse. So we want to get it directly from doTERRA. So when you get a wholesale membership with doTERRA, it costs $35 for a year, and you can reorder when you want. We order every month because this is our wellness cabinet. It's how we stay well. But to get started with doTERRA, it's only $35 to get a membership, and then you can get oils at wholesale prices. So they have several starter kits that start around 150, 160 bucks that I highly recommend. The top 10 oils I would recommend, and it comes with a free diffuser. And for this month, we've got until February 28th, so on Tuesday. When you enroll with a 100 PV order, which is any one of those starter kits, you'll get a free adaptive. And the adaptive is the mental health blend. It was created at the beginning of COVID to help first responders with their level of stress. And it's incredible. I use it all day long, just keeps me even. If you place a 200 PV order, a larger order, you'll also get the Digestin and the Digestin capsules. And I'll let Terry explain what these oils do, because I need to go. And then the other offer they have is if you order again next month, they'll give you 100 free points to spend, which is like a $100 gift card to doTERRA to spend on what you want. So they're being very, very generous this month. If ever there was a time to get oils, get it now, because you're probably going to get twice as much for what you're paying for. And Terry's got all the details on how to get an account, and she's got my Diamond Club promo code. So you're good to go.
Thank you, Hopi. Yes, ma'am.
You're so welcome. All right, everybody. It was wonderful to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.